Hey everyone, it's October, which means we got a lot of new games here for Prime Gaming. They released a lot of Halloween games. We had Doom Eternal and a lot of other great games that came out. But I want to talk about one that I played a long time ago. The game that I wanted to look at this month was one I played on the Super Nintendo back in the day when, I don't know, I might have had like 10, 15 games only, so you would cycle through whatever you could get as a kid. And the game is Zombie Ate My Neighbors. I still have the physical copy. So, this game came out in 2021, this remaster, and got a Metacritic score of 59. And on How Long to Beat, it said about 8 hours, which I was shocked on the length of the game. And I'll preference, I never beat this game. Also, that came out here was Ghoul Patrol, which was made later. This game got okay reviews. I never played it. I played around this one level. I just kind of like the original. And online, that's generally what most people say on it. There's a lot of things they took away. They added jump and stuff, but some of the main features is removed, which I didn't like. So mainly I'm going to focus on Zombie Ate My Neighbors. This is a classic shooter game that you would run around and shoot either in the directionals or diagonals. And the goal is to collect as many neighbors. There's 10 in each level, and you have to get to them before the zombies do. And early on, it's pretty easy to do that, but it gets harder and harder each level. The weird part about this game, it is a Super Nintendo, even the remake, they didn't change anything. So there's a map. It doesn't start each level with the map, or radar, I should say. So you have to pull that up every time you start a new level. So it's weird inconvenience, and changing through your inventory is kind of painful. I played on the Xbox controller, so B is to change your weapon, and Y is to change your inventory item. That would be a potion, a key, anything like that. To use your inventory is X, and A is to fire. And then your LB and RB is your pull up the map. And this game was very difficult as a kid and difficult today. I made it to the first mini boss, and that's the giant baby, and I completely forgot how this boss worked, and it is insane. It's not like it's damaging, it's just very fast. Some reason all the bosses in this game are really fast, and you have to have a lot of patience, which I didn't have while recording this video. Overall, I remember all the levels. You can go through thin walls with the rocket launcher. You got different bad guys you had to fight with different weapons. So overall, I remember putting a lot of hours into this game. Not very successful. I do remember getting past some bosses when I was a kid. But this was just a highlight here. A lot of people really like this game. If you're not into the old school games, you're not going to like this at all. There's a lot of things that were part of the original that is unheard of today in modern gaming to do. Again, like I said, you got to pull up the radar separate and how you move through your inventory. But if this is something I put a lot of hours into and it brought back a nice nostalgia, I enjoyed the time playing it and remembering how the game worked, and actually remembered like some of the things to do in the levels. It was kind of weird. But overall, this is just fun to check out. I just wanted to highlight this game, more of a personal reason. Obviously, Doom's out there. Get that. That's a great game. Many other games, but this one just stood out because I was like, oh, I remember playing that. And I got to play the sequel, which I learned that really didn't start as a sequel, and then they made it one, and wasn't too great, but I got to play that as well. But yeah, it was nice to relive my childhood. So if you were like me and stuck with some games from Super Nintendo, you probably had this one floating around, and you can play it again and laugh and have some entertainment. But anyways, I'll see y'all next month. Peace.